What if I told you there's a hospital where time itself refused to move? A place where clocks tick but never advance, where patients are heard but never seen. Tonight, I'll take you inside that hospital. Stay until the end, because some doors in there are still waiting to open. Every town has a building people avoid, an empty school, an old factory, a house at the end of a road. But in this story, it was a hospital, a place that once saved lives, but now it traps something else. Locals call it St. Mary's. Abandoned since the 1960s, it stands on a hill with shattered windows, vines crawling through broken walls, and hallways that echo with nothing but the wind. At least, that's what most people think. It started with 3 friends, Anna, Chris, and Daniel, urban explorers, curious about forgotten places. They had visited abandoned schools, factories, even a church. But this time, they wanted something darker. So, one stormy night, they entered St. Mary's. The front doors creaked like something alive. The air inside was heavy, colder than outside, as if the building had been holding its breath for decades. The walls were lined with rusted stretchers, scattered syringes, medical charts eaten by mold. And yet, the strangest thing was the clocks. Every single one of them showed 3:15. Not broken, not missing parts. The second hand kept moving, but the time never changed. They laughed at first, taking photos, joking about ghosts. But then Anna froze. "Do you hear that?" she whispered. Down the hall, faint voices, not echoes, not the wind. Whispers, like nurses giving orders, or patients begging softly. But the hospital had been empty for nearly 50 years. They followed the sound to an old ward. Beds lined the room, sheets torn apart. But one bed looked different, clean, made, as if someone was still using it. On the nightstand beside it, a tray with medicine cups. The liquid inside was still fresh. Chris laughed nervously, but Daniel picked up one of the cups. The moment he touched it, every light in the hallway flickered on at once. The building came alive. Machines beeped. Televisions buzzed. Wheelchairs rolled slowly across the floor, moved by no one. And then, they saw them. Shadows. Figures of doctors, nurses, patients. Transparent, blurred, moving as if time had been frozen mid-shift. One nurse walked right past Anna, her cold breath brushing her arm, without even seeing her. The friends screamed, running through the maze of corridors. But the hospital twisted itself. Hallways looped back, doors opened to the same rooms again and again, as if the building was folding in on itself. Finally, they reached a locked door. Daniel pushed it open. Inside, hundreds of clocks, hanging on the walls, stacked on tables, covering the floor. Every single one ticking in unison, and all of them frozen at 3:15. At the center of the room sat an old patient in a hospital gown, skin pale as paper, eyes dark as the void. He whispered, "They never let me leave, and now, neither will you." The clocks grew louder, deafening, until Anna screamed for them to run. When they looked back, the man had vanished. Only the clocks remained, ticking but unmoving. Somehow, they found the exit. The front door slammed shut behind them, almost crushing Daniel's hand. Outside, The world felt normal again, but as they walked down the hill, Anna noticed her phone. The time, 3:15 a.m. It hadn't moved since they entered, and when Chris checked his watch, it read the same. To this day, none of them know if they ever truly escaped that hospital, or if part of them is still there, trapped in the moment when time stood still. The hospital still stands, abandoned, its doors chained shut, but locals swear that on stormy nights, lights flicker inside, and if you stand close enough, you'll hear the ticking. Every clock, every second, still stuck at 3:15. So tell me, would you dare go inside?